Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. In this video I will show you how to get records between two given dates in SQL Server using ASP.NET C#. And here we got the output start date and end date with one button control. And notice in the text box control, the text mode I have given the date. Now before selecting the dates, let's check my database table. Now I'm selecting the dates between first month of the 2018 only. There are two employee names, Jack and Peter, in 2018. 01 is a month and 06 is the date. Let's switch over to the browser. We select the dates January 1 and the ending date. Today's date is the 19th. Up to here. Get records. See, here we got the employee name Jack Peter. Now I'm selecting 2017 from June. I'm selecting 2017 June 13th to, and the end date is the today's date. Get records. So we got the Kumar also. Before writing the coding part, let's check my user database and the table for this example I'm using. I'm expanding the databases. For this example, I'm using sample DB database. I'm expanding that. Expanding the tables. The employee table, let's browse this table. Select top 1000 rows. And right now in this employee table contains three columns: employee ID, employee name and join date, as well as contains some records. Now my aim is the user wants to get the employee names between the joined given dates. Let's start the coding part. For this video tutorial, I have created a new project, Solution Explorer, and I'm creating a new web form page in this project. Right click the project, add new item. I'm choosing web form. The name I'm giving emp details. The web form name is add, and this is a page empdetails.aspx page we have created, which contains a default HTML5 code. Now in the source code, I'm adding center. Now in the center, start date, I'm adding the input text box control. Go to toolbox, text box control, and the ID name I'm changing to text start date. Let's copy this. End date. Let's make this also capital. Start. And I'm changing this text box ID to text end date. After that, between p tag, I'm adding button control. Button control. The text get records. ID is but such. After adding the text box controls and button control, I want to display the results in the grid view control. So here I'm adding the grid view control. Go to toolbox, expand the data, grid view. Up to now we have just finished the designing part. Now the second step, we'll create the connection string in the web.config file. Expand the Server Explorer. Right click the data connections, add connection, In the add connection, the data source is Microsoft SQL Server SQL Client. The server name is user SQL Express. This is my server name, and I'm selecting the database name sample DB. Click OK. And notice here in the Server Explorer under data connections we have created the new database connection string, but we require the connection string properties. To get the proper connection string values, right click this connection string, go to properties. Now here in the properties, the connection string, the data source, copy the whole part, open the Solution Explorer, open the web.config file, insert the configuration above the system.web. I am adding connection strings, add name. I am giving the name to this connection string, my connection string. I am pasting that connection string properties, provider name, and the provider name is the SQL Server. So I am adding the namespace here, system.data.sql client. After adding the connection string, switch back to the designing part, right click, view code. I am adding the namespaces to connect my database using system.configuration, using system.data.sql client. The third one is using system.data. After adding the three namespaces, I need the button control event. So go to the source code again, design mode, double click the button control, and here we got the button click event. Now in this event I am adding string main con is equals to configuration manager dot connection strings. Between double quotes I'm adding the connection string name, which is this one, my connection dot connection string. SQL connection SQL con is equals to new SQL connection, which takes a parameter of this variable main con. String SQL query is equals to the select statement. Select, I want to display the employee names. The employee name column is EMP name. EMP name from the table name is, copy this table name, paste here, where join date between single quotes plus text start date dot text plus single quotes and plus text end date plus we need to add the text property also. And this is a SQL query to retrieve the records between the two given dates, starting date and ending date. Be careful about these double quotes and single quotes. And here I forgot to tell one thing. Go to employee details, source. I want to make this text mode to date. Copy this and paste here. Let's quickly switch over to the code behind. SQL command SQL com is equals to new SQL command, which takes two parameters. One is the SQL query and the second one is the SQL connection. Open the SQL connection dot open method SQL data adapter SDA is equals to new SQL data adapter, and I'm adding the parameter SQL command. Data table DT is equals to new data table SDA dot fill method, and this fill method takes the object name of DT. SQL data reader SDR is equals to SQL command dot execute reader method. If SDR dot read method gridview 1 dot data source is equals to DT, and the last one I am binding the gridview control data bind method. Else, if the records are not found between two given dates, I want to display the message records not found. So I am adding, go to employee details, after the grid view go to toolbox, the label control, remove this text and the ID is lab1. Go to the code behind, lab1 dot text is equals to no records found. After that, SQL connection dot close. I'm closing the connection string. That's it. Now let's run this page on the Google Chrome. We'll check the output. Google Chrome. And here we got the output, start date and end date with one button control. And notice in the text box control, the text mode I have given the date. Now before selecting the dates, let's check my database table. Now I'm selecting the dates between first month of the 2018 only. There are two employee names, Jack and Peter, in 2018. 01 is a month and 06 is a date. Let's switch over to the browser. We select the dates January 1 and the ending date. Today's date is the 19th. Up to here. Get records. See, here we got the employee name Jack Peter. Now I'm selecting 2017 from June. I'm selecting 2017 June 13th to, and the end date is the today's date. Get records. So we got the Kumar also. That's it. If you like this video, please leave your valuable comment, share this video, and please subscribe my channel. Catch you on my upcoming videos.